Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Well, I can't find the Badlands. I think that Kerbin might have rotated under us, causing us to not go over the Badlands anymore. So let's just give up on that for now and head on back to the Space Center. And let's see what we can grab as far as tech goes. We are getting very, very close to finishing out the tech tree. So let's just see what we can grab. We have basically everything we want at this point. Also, we did complete that contract, got 138k for it, so that satellite is already profitable. Not only is it going to help our communications network substantially, but it's also profitable. Excellent. So we've got 584.7 science. We could grab high-performance fuel systems, some of these Kerbodyne stuff, hypersonic flight, which we don't care about, heavy aerodynamics, which we don't care about, advanced motors, which we might care about, experimental science, which we don't really care about. We can't grab it either. Same with large probes. Specialized electrics we could grab. 4K rechargeable battery bank. Let's go ahead and grab that, just to unlock RTGs if we decide to go that route later on. Okay, so actually, how much total science do we need now? Not much. We need 300 plus 1200. So that's 1500 over there in total. And then plus 4000. So we need 5500 more science. Okay, that's not too bad. So let's check out mission control and see what we've got here. Science data from surface of the moon. That'll be easy. Use our stationary science platform there. From surface of Duna. We don't have anything on the surface of Duna yet. We can put something there. We have 24 years, so we're gonna go ahead and grab that contract. New surface outpost on Minmus. We're not gonna do that immediately. Orbital station around the moon. Specific orbit of Moho. Yeah, I think for now, all we're going to do is grab this science data from surface of the moon and then start sending some rovers over towards Duna. We are going to land Kerbals on both of them, but we want to have a rover on there for long term. So science data from surface of the moon. Let's go ahead and use this stationary science platform, since that's apparently what it became. Come on, Moon. You can load. You got this. Aw, yeah. Hello, Moon. Yep, here's our stationary science platform. It doesn't like being a stationary science platform, and it's trying to wiggle its way on out of here. But let's go ahead and just do a seismic scan and transmit that. I'm gonna run out of electric charge. We're gonna run out of electric charge. Yep. Okay, we need to wait until this thing is in the sun, like so. Hello, why are you waggling like that? I mean, I know that you don't like being a stationary science platform. I don't like you being a stationary science platform either. It's all because of this radiator panel that I should have removed. It's a waste of money. Anyway, let's go ahead and transmit the data. We should be fine now. Oh yeah, we're more than fine. Oh, we actually got 3 science from that too. Make that 4 science. Excellent. Okay, so the other thing that we have to do is land a rover on Duna. Now, that's kind of a complicated prospect. We can't really use our atmospheric lander that we landed on Eve because Duna's atmosphere is super, super thin. But what we can do is we can use one of our powered landers, like the redesigned Sky Crane model. Let's see here. Where is that guy? Geraldo Mark II. We can use this guy, and we can slap on a pair of drogue chutes. Now, we don't want these on here long term, but we don't want mirror symmetry. But with these drogue chutes on here, we can deploy those to slow us down a bit in the atmosphere. Another thing we could do is some heat shielding, but I don't think we need it, realistically. I think we're fine without heat shielding. What's the heat tolerance of the Probodobenine Rove Mate? That's the real question here. Max temperature, 1200 Kelvin. Compared to the lander can, I think we're fine. So I think all we do is add those two drogue chutes, rename this the Geraldo Mark II Semi-Atmo. Whatever. It's a variant. And then other than that, I think this thing is pretty much ready to launch. So let's go ahead and do this. We'll send this guy to Duna. And then we are also going to send one of these without the drogue chutes to Ike. And then we will consider landing Kerbals on Ike and Duna. Ike will be the far easier one. There's no doubt about that. Duna will potentially require some shenaniganry. Anyway, let's go ahead and launch this. We need to get this guy on the way to Duna. ASAP. So MechJeb, how you feeling today? You feeling competent? Well, you're feeling like KSP isn't responding. There we go. Okay, we're good. Fantastic. So, as far as this goes, I mean, kind of want that up there. As far as this goes, we should have more than enough DV to get there. Like, this is pretty overkill, which is good. I like overkill. Overkill is the way I like to do things. We could run an atmospheric analysis here, but we'd have to get rid of our fairing for that, and that ain't happening. Not happening in the slightest. So far, so good on the roll. Potentially because we've got 5 gimbaled engines on this. It's kind of absurd. Then other than that, I mean, we're just gonna very simply head on over there and land and call it a day. Transmit back some science. It'll be glorious. We are, of course, through max Q, and we're pushing up quickly through the atmosphere. I just hope that these are all connected. That was crappy when one of them wasn't connected before, but it looks like they all are. So that's great. And this will get us up to altitude right before it burns out, if I recall correctly. So we'll have this to circularize with, and this will largely become a maneuver stage. Our interplanetary transfer stage will probably become more of a braking stage, realistically. We're probably going to burn off a lot of speed with it. Should probably turn on RCS at this time, so that we don't tip too much. There we go. Let's see, we've got an SAS here, right? No, that's just a decoupler. Our SAS is up here. Gotcha. Okay, gonna go ahead and turn that on off. And I hit the Windows key. There we go. The hotkey for physics warping is Alt. Alt and then the carets, and I missed. It was glorious. Yeah, 4.9 seconds. That's basically what I expected to have left. 200 delta V. Completely fine. So let's go ahead and circularize for now. There we go. Push all this off very, very quickly. Ditch those stages. Excellent. We'd probably also ditch this fairing. We don't need that weight. So, how are we doing on all of this, then? I think we're doing fine. Yeah, that's all good. So this thing is kind of going to become our interplanetary transfer stage. / maneuvering stage. I mean, right now it's our maneuvering stage, but very soon it'll be pressed into service for interplanetary transfer. And our interplanetary transfer will become a destination maneuver phase, or maneuver stage. Okay, so here we are in orbit. And let's just go ahead and break out of orbit. Won't take too much. Just get on out of here. Although we kind of want to be the other direction, probably. Over here will be fine. Yeah. That'll be good. I think. No, that's towards the sun. We want to be the other way. We do indeed. So let's just let's do something along the lines of that. That would be fine. Okay. I need to get our maneuver planner up. We'll execute that node. I just removed the node. Oh boy. Okay, it's just a simple prograde. There we go. I mean, we don't need quite that much prograde. Very, very simple prograde here. Execute that node. Fantastic. So we just need to speed up a little bit. Slingshot around Kerbal. Ever so slightly here. And then that'll push our orbit off away from the sun a little bit and slightly towards Duna, which is basically what I was going for. And then we'll need to make sure our inclination is good, but it probably will be. Duna's on almost an identical inclination, so that's not really an issue. In a lot of ways, Duna's easier to get to than particularly Moho. I mean, Eve is relatively easy to get to. But in a lot of ways, Duna's easier to get to than Moho. Pretty soon, though, we're going to be getting to the planets that I've never gone to. I mean, I had never gone to Moho. But I'd gone to Eve and Gilly before, and I've gone to Duna and Ike before. But I've never gone to Dress, or anywhere in the Jool system except for Jool itself and Lathe, and I've never been to Elu. But we're actually getting kind of close here. Once we're through Duna, that's all of the interior ones, and then there's just the 3 systems left. Of course, Jool has like a million places to go. It's its own little solar system. But that's fine. Hello, Moho. We're not going to you. I just wanted to come back to the inner solar system. Duna is where we're going. Okay. Let's go ahead and set Duna as our target. 0.1 degrees. That's fine. Yeah, we're not in the same sphere of influence. Let's go ahead and warp over here. 14 days, that won't be too bad. Bye, Kerbal. We're not coming back to you. Did I see a... I think I missed a gravity scan. Oh well, we have almost all the science we need anyway. I like how we already don't have any probe control. It's because I didn't deploy our antenna. Where's our antenna? No, seriously, where is our antenna? It's on this side. I was right. Here it is. As soon as this warp is done, please stop X-Science. As soon as this warp is done, I'll bring our antenna up and we'll be fine. We should have plenty of range. We've got a pretty robust communications infrastructure at this point. Wait. What? Really? Really? Okay, this is kind of exciting. Oh boy. So we're going to interact with the moon here, and looks like we're going to slingshot. Actually, this isn't the worst. I wonder where we're going to end up. Well, let's go ahead and warp to the moon. Because apparently we're slingshotting around the moon. That was unexpected. Well, we're just gonna slingshot around the moon, which then propels us into a slingshot around Kerbal, which then throws us out relatively quickly. And I don't know exactly where we're gonna be, but it looks like we're gonna be basically right on the Kerbal orbit. It's certainly weird. Well, we'll see where this ride takes us, I guess. Moon, where are you? You're supposed to be right here. Oh, there's Moon. Goodbye, Moon. We're already on our way out. Okay. So, let's go ahead and just warp to the Kerbal escape. That's not Minmus. That's the Kerbal escape. Okay, let's go ahead and warp here. Oh boy. Okay. Well, we've already lost our connection, so you know, that's great. There, our connection is back. Did I not extend our antenna? I think that's what it is. Yeah, I didn't extend our antenna. There we go. Now we should have a full-on connection again. Fantastic. Okay, let's go ahead and escape here. Excellent. And here is our actual orbit. That's not too bad. Let's see what we get for a node here for home and transferring. This doesn't appear to have done the trick. Oop, there was one. Briefly. Okay. That'll do. It's not a great one, but we'll go ahead and do it. So we've got ourselves in this situation where our booster stage is our interplanetary transfer stage, and will get us all the way there. So we're going to burn most of this fuel. A lot of this nuclear fuel is actually going to be wasted. But we're going to burn a lot of this nuclear fuel on the descent through the atmosphere, actually, to slow us. And then we'll detach all of this stuff up here. We are going to have to stow our antenna on the descent, but luckily we have communication satellites in place. And we should be able to communicate with them just fine. Hopefully. We may have to time our descent such that we have coverage, but that's not a huge deal. All things considered, this should go fine, theoretically. I don't think we're going to run into any heat issues as long as we stow this antenna, because this antenna is extremely delicate. We'll have to use the built-in antenna in the rovemate. But, that's completely fine. We have a very robust relay system set up now, so we should be pretty much golden. And as we go further out, we'll just continue setting up robust relay systems. Okay. Hugo's our, I guess, interplanetary transfer stage. I don't It was not planned to be an interplanetary transfer stage, but it is what it is. We've overbuilt this, as usual, so let's do this. I'm gonna go ahead and throttle up for the... Whoa! Whoa! Did you see that? that bending, even with the struts there. Okay, so I'm not going to throttle up for this burn. That was exciting. Okay, let's just finish this burn real quick here. That may adjust our final encounter over here a little bit, but I think we're fine. Yeah, we're fine. Just the way that bent at like a 90-degree angle, even with these struts here, that's insane. Like, we have 4 struts connecting that. I know it's a weak point, but that's nuts. Physics warp can do some weird things. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a braking burn right here. Burn retrograde pretty significantly. Maybe not that significantly. We don't really care about an Ike encounter. In fact, I'd kind of rather not have one of those. So we could come in like this. And then we could adjust our inclination later on if necessary. It's kind of a awkward 45-degree angle there. Yeah, we really don't need to be... Whoops. That was bad. Okay, so we need to go to retrograde. And we need to fix that error. I accidentally throttled up slightly, and that caused us to lose our encounter. Okay. Let's get it back. Come on, where are you at? Okay, we'll have to fix this a little bit more manually then, I think. Let's see here. Not Ike. I want Duna. Set as target. Okay. I think we are getting closer together. Yeah. Come on. Oh, missed it. Back to prograde. Luckily, we have plenty of delta V, so I can just burn off those remaining 8 meters per second, and that'll probably get us pretty close to where we're trying to be here. Yeah. That's good. And we still have 6 meters per second left for this braking burn. Lovely. So let's burn retrograde here. Maybe not quite that retrograde. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do just fine. And we'll go ahead and execute that node. So we've got a 290-day warp here. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and next episode we'll be landing this guy on Duna. See you all then.